Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are
Waalaikumsalam
from the group
warahmatullahi
6,
wabarakatuh.
and today we want to presentation about Windows Server implementation for clothing store, and this is the part 3 because we already presented in last project. By the way, my name is Prabu Dewangga and my friend's name is Panji Adinata. Okay, Panji?
Okay, I want to explain about Windows Server implementation for clothing store. Chapter 1, Join Domain. Domain is a unique name given to identify a computer server to be erased to remember that using an IP Internet Protocol address. Actually, in making a domain, divide it into three, namely parent, tree, and child. On this occasion, I use domain as connecting. I use parent domain and a child domain. Next prop. This is the example. The left one is a parent domain and the right one is a child domain. Okay, next. Uh, Chapter 2 is the HCP scope. Okay, next. The HCP scope, the HCP is the is IP address that can be listed to the DHCP client. This can also be configured by an administration using the DHCP server configuration tools. DHCP scope function as a collection of IP address that can be assigned list to DHCP client. Usually, in setting up the HTTP server, the most common error occurs is how to configure the HTTP scope. Next, the chapter 3, the HTTP superscope. The HTTP superscope is an administrative feature of the HTTP server that can be used to group multiple scope as a single administrative entity. Superscopes superscopes allow the receiver to provide places from more than one scope to client on a single physical network. By the way, scope add, added to a superscope are called member scope. So on superscope, there are a scope function as a collection of IP address. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Panji. The next chapter is chapter 4. It's about IPM, IP address management. IP address management is a method used to plan, track, and manage information associated with networks, Internet Protocol address space. Using IPM software, administration can make sure the repository of assignable IP address stay to up to date. And one more, to create or configure EPAM, you must create on server that not have DC or domain controller. I know because I have tried on the server that I have domain controller and I demoed it to create EPAM. Okay, the next chapter is chapter 5. It's about Hyper-V, another virtual machine on virtual machine. Hyper-V runs each virtual machine in its own isolated space, which means you can run more than one virtual machine on the same hardware at the same time. You might want to do this to avoid a problem such as a crash affecting to the other workloads, or give a different people groups or service access to different system. And by the way, I cannot do a demo using Hyper-V because I don't have those enough resource of RAM. Using two server on the same time will make PC run very slowly. Okay, this is the example of a Hyper-V.
Okay, maybe yes is from me. Thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Still with Prabu, and today I want to show you how to create a virtual machine using Hyper-V. Okay, first of all, you must install the Hyper-V. What the install Hyper-V is, you need some trick. I find it in Google and I don't find it on books. So if you want to install Hyper-V, you must install something to create your Hyper-V work properly. Okay, I've already installed the Hyper-V and now let's begin. Okay, this is the Hyper-V Manager page, and what should you do to create the new virtual machine? First of all, you must select action and choose new and choose a virtual machine. Okay, click next and name of the virtual machine. Okay, this is the example. Okay, click next. This is just the generation of virtual machine. The generation one is for the previous Hyper-V, and generation 2 is for a Windows Server 2012 or 64-bit version of Windows 8, because we are using Windows Server 2012, and I will we will choose the second generation. Next, this is setting the startup memory. It's from 32 MB until 856 MB for the minimum. Okay, let's we use the minimum default memory is 512. Okay, next connection is next, and for a virtual hard disk there are three types of virtual hard disk. First of all, create virtual hard disk at the same time when you install the Hyper-V. When you install the virtual machine. And the second user is existing virtual hard disk. And the third, attach a virtual hard disk later. Use this option to skip the step now and attach a step later. So you can input the hard disk later. Okay, I'll choose the first one. Okay, next. This is a US install the OS, because this I'm using the virtual box. I don't have a software ISO to install the OS. Okay, so I will choose the first one, install the operating system later. Next, this is the completing name example generation 2, memory 120, network not connect, and hard disk This is a blah 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 operating system will be installed at a later time. Yeah, because I don't have the OS on the virtual machines. Let me click finish. And this is it, the new virtual machine. If you want to start, we can right click from the name and just start. Okay, but I cannot show you how it's starts because my resource of RAM is already at the limit, so I cannot uh, start the virtual machine. So maybe that's maybe that's all that I already to show you. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.